On today's episode, we're going to talk about the responsibilities of being a homeowner.
Yeah.
We are here to talk to you about the responsibilities of being a homeowner, things you need to do.
You got to do stuff?
Yeah, I think it's called adulting when you own a home.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff. So what would be the first thing? I mean, I think a lot of people don't know about this. I certainly didn't, and that was like the homestead situation.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a big one.
So that is due in September, what is it?
Not now.
No, what is it now?
They actually changed it in,
okay.
2022? They changed it in 2021, used to file your homestead. And let's back up a little bit. What is a homestead?
Yeah, what is that?
So a homestead is a tax benefit in the state of Texas that allows you to place a homestead exemption on your property. And what it does is it saves you a lot of money in taxes on school taxes. So it comes out to roughly around $25,000, which I think they actually just upped that. But it saves you money on your taxes whenever you file a homestead on your property. And a homestead's completely free. Mm-hmm. Used to, you couldn't file it unless you were in your home before January 1 of that year.
Yeah, that's
now
right.
You can file it as soon as you buy your home, which was a huge benefit for home buyers in the state of Texas.
So how do you do that? Like, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, there's a lot of people out there conning people.
Oh, yeah.
On trying to do the homestead. And it's simply, you go to the county website and you fill out the paperwork.
Yeah, it's super easy. You'll get whenever you close on a home, you'll get a bunch of fraudulent mail. People ask you to pay $15, $60. It's completely free to file it. Like Turner said, you just go to your county website and search for homesteads, and there's an exemption form that you simply fill out. The only thing that you have to make sure you do as the home buyer is you have to change your driver's license to show that it has your new address on it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that's one thing of being an adulting person and owning a home.
Yeah.
What are some other ones, man? Let's lay it on the people today. Let's do it.
A couple things I always recommend to my clients, because a lot of people that come from renting to home buying, renting, you don't have to do anything. You have a problem with maintenance, you call the landlord.
Yeah. You pawn it off on someone else.
Yeah. Buying a home, you have to do it yourself. So two big things that I like to tell my clients to do, and I do myself, is service your HVAC. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't think about that. They just buy a house and they think the HVAC works until it goes down. Well, just like anything, you have to take care of it. You need to service it. So I always recommend
deferred maintenance.
Deferred maintenance. Great way to put it. That comes from the motocross realm that Turner is in. But I always recommend servicing your HVAC twice a year. Seasonal servicing. Once before the summer, once before the winter. In most HVAC companies, they will have a program that it's a lot cheaper to do it if you buy the seasonal package rather than just randomly doing it.
Yeah, so there's several different things of servicing your HVAC. Okay, one thing would be to change your air filter. Okay, mm-hmm. That's going to help with a lot of different things. If you're like me, you have seasonal allergies. That's going to help a lot with your allergies in the house. Okay, alone.
And how often should you change them?
I have been doing it every 3 months.
Yeah. On average, you should do it once a quarter.
Yeah.
Every 90 days.
Okay. I thought I was about to get in trouble, guys.
No, you're doing good. So well done.
Thanks, Pops.
Great homeowner over here. Caveat to that is, with so much new construction going on in our area, if you did buy a home that's in a new construction area, recommend doing it at least once a month. So now the HVACs, they come with the 4-inch filters, or used to just used to be one.
Yeah, it was tiny ones.
Yeah, and if you're in a new construction area, I tell people just use the 1-inch, save some money until all that new construction's done, because you need to be changing it once a month.
Yeah. The thicker ones are a little bit more expensive. Another thing is going outside and spraying down the outside fins of your HVAC system. Okay.
Yeah.
The reason being behind that is that is the cooling system for it as it runs through it. Okay. So each one of those metal fins, and don't be an idiot kid like I did and push all the things down. Oh my God. I remember doing that as a kid. Now I'm like, oh.
It was fun to do.
Yeah. Because it's like destruction. So, but go out on water and shooting water in between that thing, not like crazy pressure washer style, just enough pressure to go out there, and you'll see all the dust and dirt and grass. So from mowing or dust storms or wind, or if you're in a newer area, there's construction going on. You'll see it come out, and it just frees up breathable air around that area.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know the cost. Whenever I say have seasonal servicing, really what that entails is you're just having a company come out. They're blowing out your system. They're cleaning your exterior unit, your condenser, just like you said, spraying that water on those fins. But they're also going in the HVAC unit in the attic or wherever it's located, and they're blowing it out. So they're getting rid of all that debris, getting rid of any water that's in there. And that's usually going to cost you anywhere from $100 to $150 per unit. And a lot of people just don't want to do it. One, they don't think about it. Two, they don't know. But three, they think it's going to be super expensive. Well, I hate to break it to you. You may spend, if you have 2 units, you may spend $300. Or if you do it twice a year, $600 a year. But if just your condenser goes out, you're looking at $2,500 for just the exterior of your condenser. If your entire system goes out, you're looking at anywhere from $7,000 to $10,000 to replace your HVAC unit.
And then you have to think about being in a hot ass house.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's that. Okay. Another thing that is in the state of Texas, this is extremely important, is line your home with soaker hoses. Why? Because especially when we just got done with that drought, the dirt separates from your foundation. Okay, so if it's not, has moisture on it to keep it like the foundation's wholesome, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
And then once it rains again, all that dirt's going to start to shift again because there's gaps moving, and then you're going to start seeing doors don't close right. You're going to see cracks around your moldings and stuff. So that's something, especially in the state of Texas with the foundation we have here, and some of the areas out East Texas where there's like sandy loam, but like where I'm at, it's like black tar dirt. That you definitely have to have some soaker hoses. So that's something you need to look into. Ask your neighbors if they have them or not.
Yeah, and if you're in a newer home, a lot of them come with it within your irrigation system. But if you're in an older home or it doesn't have it, absolutely agree with Turner.
I mean, I have a newer home and doesn't have that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I had to put soaker hoses around my house.
Yeah.
And I remember I didn't do it fast enough, and it was literally like that far away from my foundation.
Yep, foundation's important.
So that's another one.
Your roof.
Roof.
I always tell people, a lot of people don't think about their roof until they have to replace it, and then you're spending thousands of dollars on your deductible from either a windstorm or a hailstorm.
Yep.
What I like to do is I like to have a roofer come out to my house every year, every 2 years, just to simply get on the roof and take a look at it. Because even if you don't have a hailstorm, the roof is the number one thing that protects your home. So it's crazy when people don't think about maintaining it, because even if you don't have hail damage or wind damage, everything on your roof, I call them whirlybirds. So it's what's driving all the air into your home and allowing it to breathe. Anything that's on your home, from the whirlybirds, the chimneys, all the metal flashing, that is secured by screws and caulking.
Yep.
So we're in the state of Texas where it gets really hot, it gets really cold.
They can separate that, those places that they try to seal, dry rot and stuff like that. So
when a roofer comes out, they're not just looking for hail damage or wind damage. They're also looking for places that water can intrude into your home. So having a roofer come out every year, every other year, basically just to make sure that your home is sealed, it's airtight, air's not escaping for the energy efficiency. And the biggest reason is you're keeping water out of your house.
Yeah, there's lots of things can happen, mold and all kinds of things. But I know there's lots of roofers out there. Please pick the correct one. If you need us to steer you in the right direction to a good roofer, reach out to us. We'll help you out with that, because there are some bad ones out there too.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with spending a couple $100 every 2 years to make sure that your home is fully airtight and water can't get in there. That's just part of being a homeowner. And if you want your stuff to last longer, the adulting thing. If you want it to last longer, those are the things that you, myself, Turner, everybody that owns a home has to think about to save you more money in the long run.
Yeah. What's another one, man? I'm like gone blank here for a second. Another one would be
those are the big ones: the HVAC and the roof and the foundation. Those are your big three for homeowner maintenance. But I tell people electrical as well.
Yeah.
Make sure you're getting your electric systems checked out.
the tankless water heater. You just recently did this. So servicing your tankless water heaters. A lot of people think, oh, it's good. No big deal. Also, big water heaters, dude. Like, you need to get those things checked out. But take them through how yours was serviced, your tankless water heater.
Yeah, so I honestly didn't even know. I knew tank water heaters needed to be serviced once every year, but I didn't know that tankless water heaters, and it just goes to show I've been in real estate a long time, but I don't know why I would think it didn't need to be serviced. It's a running, moving part. But we had ours serviced. A buddy of mine that started a company came out and did it. Took him a couple of hours, but you could drastically tell the difference once he was done of how quickly our water got hot.
Oh, yeah.
And how much pressure we had coming through. Drastically made a huge difference.
You like cleared out the lines in it?
He basically pressurizes the lines. He clears out the lines to make sure there's no debris. Okay. And it makes the system like it's new again, so that hot water can flow through. Because the tankless hot water heater, you basically have heating elements that run through it, and as soon as the water hits it, it heats up. So you don't want anything clogging that heating element. And you don't want anything clogging the lines. Yeah. And so doing that, it literally cost us $80 to do. Yeah. But I won't have to do it again for another year.
Yeah. So and then in the tank water heaters, the big tank water heaters, those need to be serviced for many reasons. One, rust and debris and nasty stuff that can be settled at the bottom of that tank. Those can build. They can have a lot more problems.
Yeah, you get a lot of sediment build up in those.
Yeah, so it's very important to newer homes don't really have those anymore. Not a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's probably bigger homes probably have those. But
you want to have those flush. They basically just drain. Most of them have a 40 or 50 gallon tank.
Yep.
That a plumber will come out and just drain the system and then refill it to get rid of all that sediment, so it's not corroding or rusting inside. Another big one that I tell people, I'm about to have it done on my house, is your garage doors. People don't think about that.
Dude, mine are so freaking loud.
They get so loud.
And oh my God. I know in a newer home, I guess it's just because my house settled a little bit, but it's like scratching nails on a chalkboard. It is so bad.
Yeah, your house settles, but at the same time, it's a running, moving part, and it's bearings. And I tell people, if they're in motocross or any type of cycling, people take really good care of their bearings because that's what's turning and stays lubricated. Same thing on your garage doors. The reason it's so loud and people are like, oh, well, nothing I can do. It's simply just having your garage doors lubricated. So there's a lot of different companies out there that'll come out,
do that.
Check your garage doors, lubricate the bearings on the rollers, and it'll be nice and quiet so you can come in and out of your house without waking up your baby. That's my number one thing I worry about now is every time I open my garage.
Yeah, waking up your boy.
Yeah. So that's another super simple thing to do, but you'll spend a little bit of money up front, but it'll save you thousands if that bearing comes off or your garage door completely just goes out of whack.
Yeah, and that'll be some problems.
Yeah.
Your wife or your significant other won't like it to be able to get in the house easy, right?
You'll be in trouble. Honeydew stuff.
You'll be in trouble. The honeydew stuff, you'll get a long list. I'm stumped a little bit. Those are the main ones, right?
So those are the main ones. I mean, obviously owning a home, there's stuff that you have to do all the time, from resealing your house, just like we talked about the roof.
Yeah.
I tell people, have a handyman or contact your realtor you use. Most realtors have a good handyman, but I like to have a handyman come into my house every 2 years or so, or after a big summer, big winter, and reseal my windows.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that the caulking on that.
Like efficiency of
efficiency,
AC,
and water intrusion. That's the biggest thing. If you look on your window seals, the wood, if you see any kind of bubbling or cracking on that, that's not natural.
Yeah.
That is from very small amounts of water getting in your windows whenever it rains and we have a lot of wind that throws the rain to your window. That's because it's not sealed properly.
Yeah.
And that's caulking. That's all it is.
If you have some other tips for us, drop them in the box.
Yeah, let us know.
I don't think we missed any. I mean, there's lots of little things, but those are the big bugaboos.
Yeah, the big ones are HVAC units, having those serviced, super important. Getting your roof looked at to make sure that it is sealed tightly. The soaker hoses around the foundation,
depending on where you are. And then water heaters.
Water heaters.
Okay, whether it's tankless or tank. Those are the big mechanicals.
Garage doors.
Garage doors, dude.
And your windows.
And the windies.
Yeah,
the windies. I don't know. I just wanted to make that one up.
Yeah, if you have any other tips, or if you're in this realm of construction and there's something that we're not talking about that should be a big topic.
There's going to be something.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I hope they are.
Drop it down there.
And if you do that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys showing up, listening, lending us your eyes and ears. And when you think about real estate leadership.